Nau mai ki whakamiere. Nau mai ki whakamiere. Welcome to Whakamiere, our podcast where we share our Māori translations of stories. Today's Paki Poto is Te Tia Toa I Te Whare Ōkiha by Aesop. There are two kupu hou in our kōrero. The first kupu is rahua, and it means to be foiled, like a plan or a scheme. Anei te tauira. Ka kite te koraua I ngā tamariki e o mana, nā wai ka rahua tā rātou mā tā toatanga. The old man saw the kids running and foiled their adventure. Our second kupu is hihira, and it means to check. Me hihira takurārangi ingoa e kite ai mena ia I tai mai. I'll need to check my list to see if she turned up. I often hear people using the kupu kite when they really mean hihira. It's perfectly understandable since in English the word see can also mean check, as in I'll see if they're here yet, or can you see if there's any butter? Just because a kupu has that meaning in te reo Pākehā though, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has that in te reo Māori as well. So take an extra second to think about your kupu and try using hihira next time you need to check something. Kia are mai o taringa, listen out for these kupu hou in the kōrero. Kia hānea hoki te noho, whakarongo mai e hoa mā. Te tia toa I te whare Ōkiha, nā Aesop. I te whaia o te tia toa e ētahi kuri, ka kite ia I te kūaha o tētahi whare Ōkiha kua tuwhera, ka oma atu e haumaru ai. Tērā tētahi o ngā Ōkiha o roto, ka huri, ka uia ki tāna I hara mai ai ki tētahi wāhi pēnā, me te tūpono ka mauia. Ka whakahoki te tia toa, mo tōna harikoa I ngā noho ngū ngā Ōkiha, ā, ka uhia ia ki ngā hei, ka tāria te pō. He toko mahanga kai hautu I toro atu, tainoa hoki ki te kai ārahi, ka tiro haere, engari te kitea te tia toa. Me te hi nawa o ngā kiri, I tōna hari hoki I te putanga atu a ia o rātou. Ka mutu, ka mihia ngā Ōkiha I ngū ai rātou. Ka whakatūpatongia ia e te Ōkiha I kōrero tuatahi ai ki aia, kei rahua te putanga o tōna ihu. Nā ka ki atu, ahakoa tōna hari I ngā puta tōna ihu, he momo anō ka hare anō kia toro mai, me he karu hō miro. Koia tēnei ko te rangatira, I muri I tāna kaitahi me tētahi kiritata, ka toro ake I tāna hokinga ki te kāinga, e hihira ai I te painga o te whare. I tāna tirohanga noatanga, ka kite I ngā pito o ngā hauna e puta ana I te hei. Me arawa ake, ka puta a nguha, ka tangi ai, ka karangatia tōna iwi a, ka patua te tia toa. Ko te kiko o te kōrero, kua hō miro ake ngā karu o te rangatira, I ērā o ana kai hautu. The Stag in the Ox Stall by Aesop. A stag, hard-pressed by the hounds, ran for shelter into an ox stall, the door of which was open. One of the oxen turned around and asked him why he had come to such a place as that, where he would be sure to be taken. The stag replied that he should do well enough if the oxen would not tell of him, and, covering himself in a heap of straw, waited for the night. Several servants, and even the overseer himself, came and looked around, but saw nothing of the stag, who, as each went away, was ready to jump out of his skin for joy, and warmly thanked the oxen for their silence. The ox who had spoken first to him warned him not to be too sure of his escape, and said that, glad as they would all be for him to get away, there was a certain person still to come whose eyes were a great deal sharper than the eyes of anyone who had been there yet. This was the master himself, who, having been dining with a neighbour, looked in on his way home to see that all was right. At a glance, he saw the tips of the horns coming through the straw, whereupon he raised the hue and cry, called all his people together, and made a prize of the stag. The moral being, The eye of the master does more than all his servants. Tēnā rawa atu koe I tae whakarongo mai. Thank you so much for listening to Whakamiere. If you're looking for a way to support Whakamiere, you can now purchase digital copies of all the stories from every one of our Paki Waitara episodes without needing to subscribe. Simply visit the Whakamiere Patreon page and head over to the shop tab. You'll find all the Paki Waitara there. If you've enjoyed what you've been listening to and want to show your tautoko in a non-pūtau way, please consider leaving a like and a review on your podcast app. It really helps small podcasts like this to grow. A big mihi goes out to our Patreon supporters without whom this podcast could not be ad-free. If you have friends in whānau who would like our kaupapa, please share it with them as well. If you're interested in the Patreon subscriptions, head on over to patreon.com/whakamiere to learn all about them. They start at just $6. You can also follow us on Instagram. If you'd like to get in touch with us about the podcast, you can email whakamiere@gmail.com. Ko taurapa au, e mihi nui ana, hei aha kua nei e hoa mā.